Published in 1914, H.G. Wells's The World Set Free imagined a bomb of terrifying absolute power, a uranium-based hand grenade that would explode indefinitely. And the fantasy writer wasn't so far from reality. The beginnings of the atomic bomb came only 2.5 decades later. Atomic bombs have been used only twice in war, but the fear of utter destruction has loomed ever since, most recently with North Korea's nuclear tests. In 1938, a trio of nuclear physicists working in Berlin discovered nuclear fission. When an atom of radioactive material splits, it releases a powerful burst of explosive energy. The discovery came at a pivotal time, as World War II began the next year. 3 years later, in 1942, FDR approved the Manhattan Project, the code name for a group of US scientists and military officials working to develop an atomic bomb. They were hoping to get ahead of Germany, which was rumored to have been working on an atomic bomb since the 30s. And there, on July 16, 1945, the group launched the first successful atomic bomb, called Trinity Test. 10 days later, US President Harry Truman called for Japan's surrender, warning the country would face prompt and utter destruction otherwise. Japan refused, and on August 6th, the US dropped the uranium-based Little Boy on Hiroshima. 3 days later, the US dropped plutonium-based Fat Man on Nagasaki. An estimated 120,000 people were killed instantly. Tens of thousands more died later from radiation exposure. Japan surrendered on August 15, 1945. The nature of war had changed forever. Though atomic bombs haven't been used in war since the United States twin bombs, the nuclear threat has led to geopolitical tensions throughout the decades. The Soviet Union tested its first nuclear bomb in 1949, and the US responded by ramping up its own program, helping fuel decades of a Cold War, which included the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1968, the two nations led the negotiation of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, but countries like Israel and Pakistan wouldn't sign. North Korea withdrew its agreement in 2003. North Korea has run a slew of nuclear tests in 2017, claiming it now has a missile that can hit any target in the US. The nation's moves have thrust nuclear fears back into the forefront, more than a century after H.G. Wells's book.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.